After getting permission from Ni Xiong, Lin left the castle walls and entered the battlefield. Yi Yi was worried seeing Lin enter the battlefield. She told Lin to be careful. Lin summoned the Thanatos Scythe, because he knew that he couldn't waste this chance to gain merit and experience. The paladin, who was fighting abyss hounds, got worried after seeing Lin in the battlefield. He asked, "Junior Lin, why are you here?" Lin summoned the skeleton warriors and mages, and then told the paladin that he is here to clean this up. The skeleton warriors went in front to fight, and the skeleton mages stood behind Lin to counter any enemy on Lin's order. When the Abyss Lord saw Lin in the battlefield, he immediately recognized that it's Lin, the one who killed his children. He was very angry that Lin dared to appear in front of him. He ordered everyone to kill Lin. All the Abyss Hounds and Demon Dogs stopped fighting other hunters, and now all the focus was on Lin. They all charged at him after the Abyss Lord ordered them. Lin stood alone to fight them without any fear, as if he could kill every single one of them without any problem. The demon dog, who was fighting divine summoner Mo Yun, suddenly stopped attacking her and left to attack Lin. Mo Yun was shocked and confused, thinking about what's going on. But all her confusion cleared when she saw Lin standing alone and all the monsters charging at him. When the Abyss Hounds and Demon Dogs entered Lin's skill area, Lin immediately used his Slow Curse skill to bind every one of them. All the Abyss Hounds on the ground and all the Demon Dogs flying got caught by Lin's Slow Curse chains. Even the Abyss Lord was surprised to see Lin using the Slow Curse skill. The Paladin, who had seen Lin's Slow Curse skill before, immediately recognized it. But other hunters who saw it for the first time were too shocked. They all were thinking the same thing. What kind of skill is this? Is this a curse-type skill, or is this an offensive skill? They couldn't believe it could affect such a big area either. After using the Slow Curse to bind all the monsters, Lin prepared to use the Corpse Explosion skill because Lin knew that his Corpse Explosion skill could be used to its fullest ability in a battlefield filled with corpses. Lin aimed at an Abyss Hound's corpse and used the Corpse Explosion skill. The Abyss Lord recognized Lin's skill, having experienced it before in Xinxia Tower, and didn't like it. But it was too late to regret, because all the corpses started to explode together. All the Abyss Hounds and Demon Dogs got caught in that explosion. The Abyss Lord was very angry, wondering how Lin, a human, could display such power. A Demon Dog tried to fly away, scared of Lin. Lin saw him and said, "Where do you think you're going?" Lin aimed at the corpse below that Demon Dog, and when it exploded, that Demon Dog and all the surrounding monsters died. The explosion continued, and all the monsters burned to death. The system notifications started to pop up like crazy. Hunters receiving notifications that he killed Abyss Hounds and Demon Dogs. Hunters couldn't even look directly where all the explosions were happening because it was too bright for their eyes. Mo Yun was too shocked to find out that this was Lin's skill. It was too surprising for all the hunters. Even their weapons fell from their hands due to the shock. It was a terrifying skill. A hunter asked if Lin reached his second job change already, and another hunter replied that even if Lin got the second job change, isn't it still too much to wipe everything by himself? When a paladin's party members saw Lin's exceptional power, one remarked, "Looks like we aren't needed anymore." Another asked, "How can the Necromancer class be so strong to this extent?" The paladin laughed and said, "Thank God Junior Lin is a student of the Xiajing Academy." Even after killing that many monsters, Lin didn't stop. He declared, "I won't leave a single one of you alive." On Lin's orders, all the skeleton warriors moved forward to kill remaining monsters. Now, Mo Yun understood that the detestable aura she felt coming from Lin was because of his undead summons. She didn't expect him to be this strong. Now she is a waifu candidate. Now the skeleton warriors killed the remaining Abyss Hounds. When they killed the last one, it suddenly disappeared in an unknown space. Lin saw his skeleton warrior getting sucked into a black fog, and in that black fog, someone's red eyes were radiating. Lin sensed that he had lost connection to a skeleton. Those red eyes that Lin saw in the black fog were Abyss Lords. He said to Lin, "It's you. You were the one that killed my dogs the previous 2 times. I'll remember you, Lin Moyu of the Shengxia Empire, and I'll definitely kill you." It was a projection of the Abyss Lord. Lin, who was too confident, replied, "In your dreams." When all the hunters saw Lin going forward, they were scared and shocked. They all were scared because they knew that the black fog is a teleportation formation made by the Abyss King. A hunter said, "Lin is not thinking of attacking it now, is he?" All the hunters present knew that they were not on a level that could fight the Abyss King. A guy asked everyone to look at Lin's skeletons. All the skeleton warriors and mages followed Lin, moving forward to attack. They started to throw the Abyss Hound corpses into the teleportation formation made by the Abyss King. Lin used the corpse explosion skill, and they all exploded inside. This made the Abyss Lord angrier. The Abyss Lord said to Lin that if he is looking for death, then he'll kill him now. When Lin saw that the Abyss Lord is talking to him and is not injured, he decided to stop. Lin said, "Seems like I still have a long way to go if I can't even destroy the teleportation formation." Lin turned around to go back towards the Shenxia castle, but that was the biggest mistake Lin made by turning his back to the enemy. Lin immediately sensed that he had made a big mistake. Behind him, he felt Abyss Lord's gaze. Abyss Lord's big red eyes were full of anger, and with those big red eyes, he shot a laser beam at Lin. The skeleton warriors came to defend Lin, but they were not able to do anything and got destroyed. Lin turned around, and his skeleton armor got activated after sensing danger. However, even the skeleton armor was not able to stop the attack. Lin was too shocked that the skeleton armor only lasted for 2 seconds. After the skeleton armor got destroyed, that laser beam hit Lin, and Lin's last defensive skill, damage transfer, got activated. The laser attack was so strong that all 128 skeleton warriors got destroyed immediately. Due to the laser's impact, Lin got pushed back and entered the Demon Watcher's defensive barrier. When that laser beam hit the Demon Watcher's barrier, the Demon Watcher sensed the danger and got into an offensive mood. The Demon Watcher also attacked the Abyss Lord's teleportation formation with a laser beam. Abyss Lord felt that attack from the Demon Watcher and was injured. He shouted, "Lin Moyu, you will die by my hands." Lin was okay, as all the damage got transferred to the skeleton warriors. Yi was too worried for Lin when she saw that Lin was attacked. She came running to Lin and asked him if he was okay. Lin told her that he was okay so that Yi could calm down, but Lin was not okay from inside. Lin didn't expect that the Abyss King would be able to attack through the formation. He also didn't expect that the skeleton armor would only last for 2 seconds. He knows that he was lucky that he had damage transfer. If not, he would have really died this time. Lin was looking at Abyss Lord's red eyes, and he knows that he underestimated the enemy this time, and almost paid a huge price for it. Lin laughed and said, "Just you wait, Abyss Lord." There was anger and determination in Lin's eyes. This was the first time that Lin felt that someone was challenging him. Lin lost to Abyss Lord, but it was a victory for humans and the Shenxia Empire. Nishong announced, "This is our victory, and the distribution of military merit will begin now." Nishong announced that in this battle, 10,000 Abyss Hounds and 100 Demon Dogs were killed, amounting to 20,000 military merit. Additionally, 3,000 merit was awarded for protecting the fortress, and 2,000 merit for no deserters. With this, the total merit given out to everyone would be 25,000. Nishong stated, "We have a total of 1,052 professionals here, and everyone, except for Lin Moyu and Mo Yun, will get 20 merit points. Mo Yun will receive 500 merits, and Lin Moyu will receive 3,500. Lin, having recovered from the recent loss, looked forward to the next battle. When it was announced that Lin would receive 3,500 merit points, everyone was surprised. However, they all knew inside that Lin deserved to receive that many merit points. When Mo Yun heard that Lin got 3,500 merit points, she was a little envious, but she didn't hate Lin as she did before. Nishong explained, as Lin killed most of the Abyss Hounds by himself. And if it weren't for him, we might not have been able to defend against their attacks this time, so it's natural to give him that much. While everyone was happy to get some points, Holy Knight Zhou Lixiong was very shocked because he only got 20 points. He was very angry, thinking, why did Lin get 3,500 points and I get 20 points? He couldn't believe he was nowhere close to Lin's level. He thought, I'm a Holy Knight, a legendary class, and this is too humiliating. He again started to think that this is because of Lin. While everyone's attention was on Lin, Lin's attention was on the Thanatos Scythe. Lin could feel it changing because the Thanatos Scythe had absorbed a lot of Abyss souls this time. It was radiating some kind of green flames that Lin makes when he summons the skeleton warriors. Yi was also looking at the scythe when suddenly her hunter's badge started to shine. After getting 20 merit points, Yi is now a 2-star private. Now Yi promoted, and everyone present also started to promote. Lin's hunter's badge also started to shine, and everyone was looking at Lin to see which position Lin would get after getting 3,500 merit points. A 10-star appeared on Lin's badge, and its color changed from white to silver. Everyone was too shocked to see that Lin's badge is now a silver captain badge. Lin is now a silver captain. Yi greeted Lin by calling him Sir. This was an awkward situation for Lin. Yi laughed and told Lin that he is now a captain of Shengxia, and possibly the youngest captain too. Lin was surprised because it hasn't been long since he finished the entrance exam. And now, he is a captain of Shengxia. Nixiong came and announced that Lin Moyu, who is 18 years old and Shengxia's youngest captain, is being bestowed with a title as the Star of Shengxia. The Star of Shengxia title appeared above Lin's head. Lin was shocked to get a title this easily. With this Star of Shengxia title, all Lin's attributes increased by 300, skill consumption costs decreased by 20%, and damage reduction increased by 10%. When Lin got the title, his other title, Dragon War King, also appeared. Nixiong and others were shocked to see that. Lin replied, "Yes, I do." Nixiong read that, "It is Dragon War King." He asked Lin where he got this title because that title can only be obtained in the hell difficulty of the Dragon Frontline Outpost dungeon. It was rumored that one can get a title in hell difficulty of the Dragon Frontline dungeon. When everyone heard Nixiong, they all were shocked. A hunter said, "Does that mean Lin cleared hell difficulty all by himself?" Another one said, "Lin is probably the only one in this country who can solo clear hell difficulty and kill so many demon hounds by himself." Mo Yun's mouth was wide open when she heard that Lin solo cleared the hell difficulty dungeons. Mo Yun had tried to solo clear the dungeon too, but almost died inside. She didn't imagine that Lin could do that. Nixiong goes to Lin and asks Lin to please tell him how he obtained the title and its effects. He said the Empire would need to record the information down. Lin told him that the title is obtained from solo clearing hell difficulty of the Dragon Frontline dungeon. Its effects are all attributes increased by 500, and all skill consumption costs reduced by 50%. Nixiong laughed and patted Lin's back saying, "Not bad at all. With this title, our Shengxia now has another genius. Lin, you're pretty talented. I will permit you to use the military facilities in the fortress." Lin was surprised by that. Nixiong told Lin that he would need to spend some military merits to use the facilities, so he should make sure to save points for himself. Lin was amazed that Nixiong is allowing him to use military facilities because only 3-star captains and above can use them. Lin thanked his senior. Then, Nixiong went in front of the UN castle and announced that the battle is over, and the legions are dismissed. The war forces were dismissed after that. Lin also left from there and went to a quiet place with his Thanatos scythe. Lin's Thanatos scythe is almost done changing and is now a level 25 equipment. With this, spirit increased by 3,000, reaching its maxed limit. The system told Lin to gather the other sets to unlock the limit. Lin was surprised that this is the highest it can go. Now Lin needs to get the other sets to unlock the limit. Lin said, "I'll make sure to get information about the other equipment from the set when I have the chance." While Lin was thinking all that, the Thanatos scythe obtained a new skill, evocation. By using evocation, the Thanatos scythe will record down the soul of a killed boss. Then, 1,000 spirit will be used to summon that soul, and the summon time is 3 minutes. Lin was surprised that it awakened a new skill too. Lin said, "I can summon bosses to fight for me. Looks like I'll have to clear the frontline dungeon again." After some time, Lin, Yi, and the Paladin's party members gathered to chat. The Paladin told them that, aside from the first fortress they are at now, the 7th and 8th fortresses were also attacked. All the high-level professionals have already gone to assist them, and reports have said that the situation is quite tense. Not only the Shengxia country, but countries Y, H, and M have also been attacked. The Paladin said, "Our fortress is the farthest from the abyss, and there are 9 other fortresses on the way to block the abyss attacks. So, we will have the least impact." Combined with the heavy defenses arranged by the top professionals of the Empire, the abyss cannot teleport demons that are too powerful. But it's not foolproof either. Although they can't teleport, some demons are good at stealth and assassination. After hearing all that, Yi got worried for Lin. She said, "Lin, the Abyss King has already marked you, so you have to be careful when moving about in the Yuan battlefield." The Paladin also agreed with Yi. Lin said, "Yes, I will be careful." While they were talking, suddenly Yi got a call on her communication device. That was Yi's grandpa. He asked Yi where she is now. She told him that she is in the first fortress at the Yuan battlefield. When the call ended, Yi became too worried and nervous. She said, "What do we do?" My grandfather is coming. Lin, who is an idiot in that department and doesn't know what that means, said, Yi Yi, your grandpa probably is worried about you. Yi Yi's grandpa, Mr. Ning, comes to the Yuan battlefield when Lin and others were there. Lin was too shocked to see Yi's grandfather. He was shocked to see the 5-star Divine General badge that Mr. Ning was wearing. Now Lin understood that Yi's grandfather is someone who's on the same level as Mr. Bai. Yi smiled to see her grandpa. Mr. Ning thanked God that Yi is safe, but he got surprised to see her with Lin. He was so surprised that he forgot his position and called Lin by his full name. Yi got angry and asked her grandpa what he is doing. On the other hand, Lin was shocked that Mr. Ning knows his name. He asked Mr. Ning if he knows Lin. Mr. Ning faked a laugh and said, It's nothing. I was only trying to see if this young man has guts. But Mr. Ning was very angry inside, thinking, why is this guy together with Yi? He thought that Lin is the same as that old Bai, too annoying. Yi introduced them, telling Lin he is her grandfather. Lin already guessed his name. She told her grandpa that this is Lin Moyu, but Mr. Ning also already knew his name. Lin greeted and said, It's nice to meet you, Mr. Ning. Now Lin knew that Mr. Ning is the principal of Xiajing Academy. Mr. Ning looked at Lin and said, All right, spare the formalities. He looked at Yi and said, Yi, that old Bai has really become senile. How can he ask you to go to the Yuan battlefield to do the task? Yi said, Mr. Bai told me that Grandpa, you were the one who gave out the task. Mr. Ning got too angry to hear that. He shouted, That shitty-ass old Bai never discussed this with me at all. I was busy that day, and he decided to fool around. When he calmed down, he looked at Yi and said, Be a good girl, Yi, and go back with me. There are some tasks in the academy that you can do too. Yi grabbed Lin's hand and told her grandpa that he was the one who taught her that she has to finish what she started. She said, Since I've already accepted the task, then I'll make sure to complete it, no matter what. When Mr. Ning saw that Yi is too close to Lin, he got angry and tried to threaten Lin, but Yi stopped him and asked him not to threaten Lin. Yi said, I want to farm levels in the Yuan battlefield. Mr. Ning could not do anything in front of Yi. At last, he accepted her request, but told her that he can send some people to help her clear dungeons. Yi said there is no need. Lin can carry them by himself. Mr. Ning said, What is this nonsense? Are you two looking to die? Yi told him that it's true. She pulled out the Hell's Sentry dagger and asked her grandpa to take a look at this. Her grandpa saw that it's the Hell's Sentry dagger. He asked Yi if the two of them really cleared Hell difficulty. Yi told him that it was Lin who did all the work. She didn't do anything at all. Lin stood confidently in front of Mr. Ning and said, Mr. Ning, don't worry. I will protect Yi properly. Mr. Ning was the Dragon War King title of Lin. He was too amazed. Although he knew Lin could solo clear a large dungeon, to think he could also solo clear Hell difficulty, it was too shocking for him. But he felt that there's something strange about Lin. He decided that he had to talk to Old Bai about this.